50 Tips on Saving Money, a guide on preparing for the future. Written by Giovanni Ritters. Narrated by Ron Garner. Introduction. We will dive deep into different methods you can use that will help you save money. Why am I doing this? Why is it so important for you to know how to save money? Why can't we just spend all the money and income we generated from our hard work now without thinking about tomorrow? Oh, I know you've got a lot of questions, and I can't wait to give you all the answers to these questions. But before we get to answers, I want you to know that the financial world is a volatile one. As such, anyone who wants to survive the volatility that comes with it must be armed with the right tools of knowledge. Saving and preserving is a part of our culture and our lives, which we can track down even to ancient times. Even the holy books speak of saving, because wherever there are resources or the means to acquire resources, one must think about preserving some of it. This book offers ways through which you can prepare for the future, because when you save, you aren't investing in the now, but in tomorrow. You will discover the secrets to maintaining financial health. I want you to grab a glass of your favorite drink, jump on that very soft, warm couch, and continue reading with excitement, because not only will you learn a lot, you will be entertained along the way also. Just one more thing before we continue. This book isn't just about me writing and you reading. The key word here are tips or steps, so at some point, you will have to move away from the couch and apply the steps you are exposed to here. It is one thing to have solutions, and another thing entirely to put what you have learned into action. Chapter 1. The concept of saving and spending. Saving simply means setting aside something for future use. Concerning money, saving means keeping some of your income aside with the intention of securing your future. Spending is the opposite of saving. Here, you don't think about the future, and the money you have is spent as quickly as it enters your bank account. It is crucial that we have a firm grip on both concepts before narrowing it down to just one, because they are often used simultaneously. If you are not saving, you are spending, and if you are not spending, then you are saving. I know, this is not rocket science, but stick with me. I want to reassure you that spending isn't a wrong activity. However, there is a scale of preference. There is something that should be taken more seriously than spending, and that is saving for your future. As you spend, you've also got to realize that you need to save, because tomorrow is guaranteed. Think about it like this. If you spend all the money you have today and had nothing left, how would you survive? If everything you have now is taken away from you, will you still be all right? You have to be in control of your finances, regardless of what you feel you want to do with it. Control is critical, because when you lose control of how you manage your money, you ultimately lose control of your life. For you to save effectively, you need to spend wisely. This is the reason both terms go hand in hand. Some people give excuses for inability to save. They say it's because they spend all their money before they can keep it. So, what's the solution to this problem? Save first before you spend. Keep in mind that there will always be things to spend money on: bills, housing, food, clothes, education, essential amenities, etc. Even with a savings mindset, you will still spend money, so it isn't something that will go away anytime soon. However, you need to know how to manage your finances such that you are still able to save, even with the myriad of opportunities to spend that come your way. I have already established the fact that spending is inevitable, but I need to re-emphasize the point that you cannot enjoy a future of being financially independent if you don't save. The moment you embrace the message of saving and practice it consistently, you will notice that there will be significant progress in your finances. If you have been spending a lot and not saving, it may take a while for you to make adjustments with your finances. But if you are resilient and proactive, the steps you will find here will be of great help. Chapter 2: The Importance of Saving. Number 1. Helps you live a better life. With savings, you can live a better life right now. So many people can't go on vacations or even visit their family in another state because of a lack of savings. This shouldn't be your story. You can live a better life by starting the process of saving now. 2. Prepares you for retirement. No other time is suitable for retirement planning than right now. If you wait until your early 50s to start saving, you will have to put aside a lot more money compared to if you started saving now. I also do not advise that you wait for the government to help. Start saving as you work today. Start putting a little bit of money aside so you can retire well tomorrow and enjoy the fruits of your labor. 3. It becomes an emergency fund. Anything can happen at any time, and emergencies can rear its ugly head. If you have been saving, it will not be difficult for you to handle emergencies. If you have to get something done immediately and it requires money, you will be able to handle it because you have your savings you can tap into. 4. Creates a possibility for investing. I hear many people complain that they don't invest because they don't have the necessary funds. This is one of the most important reasons for saving. You get to have money set aside to invest when the opportunity presents itself. 5. It empowers you. If you ask anyone who is a consistent saver, he or she will tell you that they feel empowered every time because they know that regardless of what happens, they will be able to take care of themselves. The feeling of empowerment your savings will give you never goes away. You will also be in a position to become more charitable if you so wish to do. 6. Helps you plan. You will be a better planner when you are good at saving. If you are in college, being frugal and a good saver might not look appealing, but you are setting yourself up for a successful financial future. If you are expecting a baby, saving and setting aside money now will be one of your big priorities. Being a consistent saver also helps you eliminate excuses. If you want to take a much-needed vacation, you can plan for it if you have saved some money. 7. Keeps you responsible. When someone isn't saving enough, they tend to abuse the privileges they got with the money they have. So, they sometimes overspend, especially on things that aren't important. It's too convenient to buy something with your credit card and only make minimum payments on your balance. However, one of the importance of saving money is the fact that you will be responsible enough to spend money on things you need and keep some aside as well for things you want. 8. Helps in times of crisis. No one plans for the unexpected, but if you save, you will be able to bounce back. Should there be a car accident, loss of your job, or a terminal illness, you'll be able to manage the situation because you have money set aside. Even if you have medical insurance and need to get surgery, having money saved up will get you through this unfortunate situation. 9. You can take risks. Be bold in life and take calculated risks that will lead to significant accomplishments in your future with your savings. There are times in your life when you know that all you need is to take the next step, but if you are held back because of a lack of money, you will be unhappy with yourself. Save now, then take risks. The important reasons of savings you've got in this chapter should be enough motivation for you to start thinking about it. Be inspired to live your dream and not be held back because of a lack of money. Don't be the person who is always asking family members or friends for a helping hand. But be the helping hand who can be charitable enough to make a change in someone's life. You will find the top 50 tips for saving in the next chapter, So hurry along now, and let's get started. Chapter 3: Top 50 Tips on How to Save Money. 1. Have a savings plan. The first step you have to take is to develop a savings plan. Without a plan in place, it will be difficult to save money when you are tempted to spend all the time. So, draft a plan by stating how much you are willing to save from what you earn and how much you are willing to spend as well. You can start small by even putting a couple of dollars away, but try to gradually increase your savings amount. A good savings goal to achieve is to have 3 months worth of your salary saved. Once you reach this goal, push it to 6 months. This savings amount will help you when unexpected problems arise, like car problems or medical bills. 2. Coupons, and more coupons. It goes without saying that coupons can save you a ton of money if used often. We always see them, but we never take the time to use them. Keep in mind that all those small amounts you save from using coupons add up. It's also a good idea to search for coupons online. You don't even have to print some out. You can just show the barcode or the coupon at the register to be scanned. 3. Have a spending limit. You have to clearly state your spending limits in writing. This is crucial if you are going to be a consistent saver. You shouldn't spend all the finances you got. Having a spending limit will hold you accountable and will give you some structure in your life. A spending limit makes it become clear to you that you are never going beyond a particular point, thus adding a level of discipline to what you do. 4. Take lunch from home. Many times, people spend money buying Starbucks and buying lunch during their work breaks. Food consumption from restaurants make up a large portion of money spent monthly. Solution? Take lunch from the house, pack your own lunch, and save the money you would have spent in the restaurant. You will conserve more money than you thought if you do this regularly. 5. Stick to water. Oh yes, water is a cheaper alternative as opposed to buying different, unhealthy sugary drinks and beer that do not contribute anything meaningful to your health. By sticking to water, you achieve 2 things: a healthier lifestyle and more money to save from what you would have spent on drinks. Water is a necessity for your body, so enjoy it every day and save. 6. Cut off unnecessary expenses. If you take a critical look at what you spend on, you will observe that there are a lot of unnecessary expenses that you can live without. Get rid of such expenses if you want to save. Some things are not needs, they are simply wants, and what matters most are your needs, not wants. 7. Save automatically. If you find it too difficult going to the bank to make deposits, you can set up your savings to be automated. You have to get in contact with your bank, which will help you link your checking account to your savings account such that as soon as money gets deposited into your checking account, a certain amount will get transferred to your savings account. You will find this much more convenient. You can also download your bank's app on your mobile phone and manage your finances with the click, swipe, tab of a button. 8. Start early. If you are planning on going to be ahead regarding savings, you have to start early enough. So, make your plans now and begin the process today. If you have an early start, you will be able to accumulate enough money. So, start early by starting now. 9. Audit your expenditures. What do you spend money on? The places and things you spend the most on should be audited. So even as you save, scrutinize the things you spend money on so you can discover what to cut off, thus aiding in increasing your savings. It is common to spend money on the wrong things, even if you keep an eye on your spending. Just don't beat yourself up over it. Learn from your mistakes. 10. Clear off your debts. If you're going to save effectively, then you need to get rid of your debt, else they will drag you down. You can do both. As you save, you can also try to clear off your debts. If you allow your debts to pile up, they will affect your commitment towards saving. Start by analyzing your debts, list them, and then create a plan towards ensuring that you pay off your debts and have some funds left to save. 11. Set saving goals. Goals are like roadmaps that show us our path to our destination and what we need to be cognizant of in order to get there. Attach a goal to your savings such that you can have a sense of direction. What are you saving for? Is it your health, new car, or a new house? Your goals should be precise, clear, and have a deadline. 12. Make your own gifts. You don't have to spend money on buying gifts from extravagant gift shops when you can make your gifts. Create a garden in front of your house and plant flowers. Give fresh flowers and homemade cookies if you like baking. Anyone you give these to will appreciate the effort. You get to learn new skills, save money, and put a smile on someone's face. 13. Cut off irrelevant expenses. What are you doing with 2 extra cars when you only drive 1? Do you have a Netflix account but never use it? These are unnecessary expenses. They are leaks to your saving plan, and soon enough, the leak will sink the whole ship. 14. Set the convenience food aside. Convenience food is not for you if you are saving. There are much more fun and healthy ways to eat that wouldn't cost you so much. Sometimes savings is all about making sacrifices, and this is one sacrifice that will take you one step closer to your future you envision for yourself. 15. Always double-check prices. If you go out shopping, don't buy at the first store you visit. You should always double-check your prices because you may be able to save some money by doing some comparison shopping. No matter how little this amount might be, it can make an impact in your savings account. Being a person who saves means you have to be frugal sometimes. Comparison shopping for prices online to see where you can get the best deal. 16. Get credit cards off your online accounts. If your credit card number is attached to your online account, it will increase your chances of shopping randomly and paying for things you don't really need. Ensure that your credit card number isn't linked to any online account so you can make good decisions before buying anything, thus helping you save money. Discipline is a virtue every person who saves should exhibit. 17. Stick to needs and not wants. I mentioned this in another step, but I want to elaborate on it again because it is so important. Your wants are your desires and wishes. For example, you want a private jet because the idea is appealing. However, your needs are the things that are of importance to you, which you cannot live without. Things like a roof over your head or even transportation. Stick to needs and not wants. 18. Have a separate savings account. Your checking account should not be your savings account. You have to have another account strictly for savings, so you don't take a dip into it at will. Also, it should be an account that isn't used for online payments because it will be easier for you to use up your savings when it is linked to an online account. 19. Cancel unnecessary subscriptions. There are some subscriptions you don't use anymore, and some you don't even read or watch, so why not cancel them? If you continue to pay for services that are not useful to you anymore, you'll be held down from saving. Check your subscriptions, television, magazine, letters, etc. Instead of paying for these subscriptions, seek other ways through which you can get the same information. Most of the information you need is already freely available on the internet. 20. Get a saving buddy. You can get a friend, relative, or colleague who also wants to start saving as well. This will help you keep tabs on yourself and make the journey feel less lonely. Knowing that someone else is doing the same thing will help you stay motivated and disciplined. You don't have to divulge the details of how much you save and spend. Just check up on one another and stay focused. 21. Have investment ideas. Now that you are setting money aside, you should have an investment plan as well. By investing your money, you give it the opportunity to increase in value. For every cent or dollar you put away, plan towards an investment opportunity. Having money saved up is great, but seeing money making you more wealthy through investing is even better. 22. Buy in bulk. When you purchase items, especially things you often use in your home, you should buy in bulk. This will allow you to cut back on spending a lot of money every time. As you buy in bulk, you will be able to save money because you are buying ahead. So even when prices of groceries or goods go up unexpectedly, you aren't affected because you bought in bulk. Be a person who saves. You have to be forward-thinking. 23. Read about saving money. Books and websites should be your constant companion as they expose you to ideas and knowledge that you can implement in your savings journey. As you read and discover more, you will be able to make smarter decisions that help you stick to your plans for the long haul. Read blogs, articles, and listen to podcasts about saving money. 24. Don't go window shopping with your debit card. You can enjoy window shopping, but not with your debit card. If you have to go browse through the mall, keep the card at home because you will end up buying things you don't need if you do go with it. This is a preventative step that will ensure that you are in firm control of your finances and saving plans. 25. Save energy. You pay for electricity monthly, so be mindful of how you use it. When you save energy, you will be able to cut your monthly recurring cost of paying for electricity, thus helping you save money. Turn off light switches and appliances not in use. Better yet, buy energy-saving light bulbs. They last longer, are more durable, and look cool also. 26. Cut down on vacations. You don't have to travel all the time. Save money by cutting down on excessive traveling, which can cause a dent in your pocket. If you really want to travel, try doing it in off-peak times where the cost of traveling will be a lot cheaper. While flying, make sure to rack up those air miles. 27. Exercise more. Health is wealth, and you wouldn't be thinking about saving when you are always sick. So, in the midst of all of your daily tasks, take the time to exercise regularly and keep fit so you can be healthy enough to enjoy what you are saving for. 28. Have a yard sale. There are probably some things in your house or apartment you don't use anymore. Why keep them with you when all you have to do is put them up for sale and make some quick money for your savings account? Organize a yard sale, put them up on eBay, and get rid of these things such as old books, clothes, and electronics. 29. Have the future in mind. Always have your future in mind and what you want to achieve. If you aren't thinking about the future, then you aren't preparing yourself for it. You must constantly remind yourself of the reason why you are doing what you do so you can stay motivated. 30. Manage your resources. Any resources you receive or accumulate in the form of money or assets should be well managed. Be mindful of who you lend money to, spend money on, or gives you advice about managing your money. Never take responsibility that comes along with managing your finances lightly. 31. Avoid unplanned outings. This is so crucial. People run into debt because they gave in to pressure from friends and family to go out and have a fun outing that they didn't plan for. This can be something as unsuspecting as going to expensive restaurants multiple times a month or going to gamble with friends at a casino. 32. Consider used items. When buying some clothes or goods, you could settle for used items that are still in good condition over buying items that are brand new but expensive. Some goods you might consider buying used are cars, video games, electronics, and books. Websites like Craigslist, eBay, and even Amazon sell used goods. 33. Learn the skills you pay for. There are things you pay other people for that you could learn to do yourself. You just have to put in the time and effort in learning these skills to be competent and confident enough so you can do it. If you can cook your own meals, you don't need to eat out that often. Know how to replace your engine oil or fix your car lights? Great. That will save you a good amount of money. 34. Entertainment at home. Rather than going out often, you can actually host a warm reception at home and invite your friends or family members over. You are in the comfort of your own home, which is safer and will save you gas money from not having to drive. You also save money on not paying for parking if you wanted to have a fun night out in the city. 35. Plan meals for the week. If you are able to plan your meals for the week, you will be able to save properly. Don't wait till it's the day you are supposed to prepare a meal before you actually plan. You will have to always plan ahead. This is the way forward for anyone who wants to secure his or her future. 36. Wait before you buy. Before you make that decision to buy anything, wait for 24 to 48 hours. This is because we get excited at the prospect of buying things that we really don't need. But if we take a pause for a few days, we will realize that we aren't so excited anymore and can think with a clearer mind. Whenever a new smartphone model comes out, I'm as eager as the next person to upgrade. But after waiting a couple of days, I jump online to read some reviews and usually end up deciding that I made the right decision in waiting. 37. Don't be emotional about spending and saving. Emotions and finance should not mix. You got to be firm and resolute in your determination to save. Know when to say no when you have to, and when to insist on not taking any out of your savings. 38. Track your progress. You get to know if you are making progress by tracking it. Always check your savings plan to see if you are getting closer to your goal. Also, make sure to monitor your spending habits. These are so important if you are going to be a great saver. Don't assume anything until you got facts, and if you have to adjust, then don't hesitate and go right ahead and implement them. There are websites and free apps you can download to track your income and expenses. 39. Learn from your mistakes. If you make mistakes along the way, learn from them. Learning from your mistakes will make you stronger and more focused, so don't be too hard on yourself. Just take the time to be mindful, analyze your mistakes, and learn from them. Maybe you made a rash decision that had an effect on your savings. Learn from it and be sure it doesn't happen again in the future. 40. Record your expenses. Everything you spend money on should be noted. This will help you keep track of what you are doing with your money. Once you get into the habit of saving money, don't slack off and think you can't make any more adjustments. Always look for additional ways you could save money or spend less on things you need to buy. Having a saver's mindset is 24/7. 41. Compare your expenses each month. As you record your expenses, you shouldn't just keep the records to the side to be forgotten. Take a look at your records from the past month and the present month, comparing your expenses and savings pattern. If there are luxury items you have been spending on and can live without, then it's time to get them off your list. Your savings should increase every month, not reduce, and your spending pattern should be more frugal. 42. Give only well-deserved treats. It is okay to give yourself a treat once in a while, but it should be a well-deserved treat. Some people use treats as an excuse for spending lavishly, and it shouldn't be so. When you accomplish something that is worthy of a treat, then you've earned it. 43. Designate a no-spend day. You should pick out a no-spend day any time of the month. It will be a day where you don't spend a single penny, but stay home and have fun with the resources you have at home. Watch a movie on television or online. Eat a great home-cooked meal. Visit a neighbor. Plant new flowers in the garden. Instead of going out to eat, go to the gym and burn some calories. 44. Enjoy leftovers. Leftovers are not for the dogs. When you eat, take the leftovers and keep them in the freezer or fridge. Don't ever throw away good food. You could also be creative and mix your leftovers with some rice, vegetables, and meat. 45. Use a list when shopping. Before you go shopping, take the time to draft a list that also contains the amount you intend to spend on each item. Don't go to the grocery store, local market, a shop, or to the mall without a shopping list. If you do, you will discover that you end up buying things that you don't even need. Another good tip is to go shopping on a full stomach. Whenever you shop on an empty stomach, you tend to buy more groceries. 46. Stick to what you can afford. Contentment is key to being an effective saver. Only buy what you can afford, and you should only indulge in what you need. If you find yourself in a store that sells items or luxury goods you can't afford, you should just leave and stay away. Peer pressure is easy to succumb to, and keeping up with the Joneses is not a mindset that a good saver has. 47. Resist pressure. As you put money aside, you will be faced with the daily life's pressure to spend money. Don't give in to such pressure. First, you have to be determined enough to know what you are getting into. There will be pressure from friends and family to give in and spend money, but you need to be able to put your foot down and let your voice be heard. 48. Inspire others. As you save, your journey can be an inspiration to others. There are lots of people out there who have tried and failed. If you notice significant progress with the steps you have been given here, do share them with others who struggle with savings, thus inspiring them. You will also be inspired as well. 49. Be consistent. This is the key to being successful at saving. When you are consistent, you will be able to do all that you planned out and more. Some people save today and then forget about it for a whole month. Then they wonder why their savings isn't increasing. So be consistent. Try the best you can to always meet the target you set for yourself. 50. Don't give up. Through it all, you must never give up. Even when you encounter challenges that seem to be insurmountable, you shouldn't give up on saving. Even when you experience more setbacks than you anticipated, you shouldn't give up. By staying optimistic, you will be able to overcome the problems you will encounter. Don't give up on your plans, and don't give in to spending more than you save. Whoa! You might want to take some time to read through this list again, because these aren't steps you read just once. However, the most important aspect you should know is this: The person who tries and never gives up comes out better and stronger. So, it doesn't matter how challenging it may seem at the beginning. You've got to stay strong and never give up. Chapter 4: Sustaining the Culture of Saving. Knowing all about savings and its importance isn't enough. I told you in the introductory part of this book that you will be taught everything about the idea of saving, but more importantly, I want you to be empowered enough to sustain it even after reading this book. The reason so many people do not make progress even after learning a new concept is that they couldn't stick with it long term. So, they end up complaining about how the steps didn't work for them. Let's discuss on how we can make you a successful saver. Ways to sustain the saving culture. 1. Start small. When we talk about saving, we aren't referring to saving a whole lot of money at once, especially if you are starting out. You should start small by putting aside small amounts of money, and then as you get better and more comfortable with your new savings habit, you can increase it. By doing this, it becomes easier for you to continue saving and also more fulfilling. 2. Be consistent. Once you determine the amount you want to put aside, you should be consistent with it. This is the key to sustainability. Don't save today and then forget about it tomorrow. If it's going to be something done on a monthly basis, then please stick to it and try not to miss out on any month. Consistency will help you stay disciplined with your plan. 3. Resist the urge to pull out money. As you consistently save, you will be tempted to pull out money out of your savings, especially when something that isn't essential presents itself. You must resist this urge at all costs. Remind yourself of your goal and envision yourself attaining your savings goal. A lot of people cannot sustain a culture of saving because they aren't disciplined. 4. Replace spent savings. If you do make a mistake by taking out money out of your savings, or if you experienced an emergency, find ways of replacing the savings you collected. This is you holding yourself accountable. No one will watch over you and force you to keep good records. So be your accountant by ensuring that your savings are always intact. 5. Budgeting. If you feel like you can't help but overspend, then you need to start using a budget. Use a budget that is comfortable for you. This might be something as simple as a pen and a piece of paper, or a free budget app you can log in whenever you feel like. Just make sure to stick to your budget. 6. Have fun saving. Saving money does not have to be a painful chore you dread to get involved in. Saving money can be a fun game of discipline, determination, and goal setting. Having an end goal for your savings also make it easier to start saving. Conclusion. What an exciting journey it has been. Are you excited? Oh, I hear your loud yes. We started by talking about the quite boring but very important concept of saving and spending, because it is the bedrock on which the other savings aspects are built upon. This foundation sets the pace for a more robust and fun-filled experience, which leads to why savings are significant. If you always remind yourself of the benefits attached to saving money, you will always enjoy saving. Sometimes, when it feels like you have to give up, think about why you are doing it and press on. No one said it would be easy, and no one said it would be challenge-free. As such, you need to remain resolute in your pursuit for financial frugality by saving money. Everyone makes mistakes. We are all human. So, if you ended up spending money on a new shirt or pants you did not budget for, make sure you can bounce back by saving a bit more the next time. I listed 50 tips here. But don't limit yourself to only these tips, and don't stick to just a couple of them, because they worked for you once. The secret to sustaining your savings is to be versatile while being consistent. The more you try, the better you get, and the more experience you garner over an extended period. The key to being a very thorough money saver is to maintain the same level of enthusiasm you had when you started. As opposed to being mentally tired and on the brink of giving up, you have to continue pushing forward and not giving up on your savings goal. I cannot stress the importance of consistency. It will get you through times where you are not as motivated as you need to be. Once you have built up a decent amount of savings, you need to start thinking about investing for retirement. This is the next step, which will put you on the path to true financial freedom. Thank you. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming along with me on this savings journey. There are many books out there, but you decided to give this one a chance. If you expanded your knowledge by reading this book, then I need your help. Please take a moment to leave an honest review for this book. This feedback gives me a better understanding on the kinds of books and topics readers like yourself want to know more about. It also gives my book more visibility to potentially new readers. Leaving a review takes less than 1 minute and is much appreciated. Thank you. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming along with me on this savings journey. There are many books out there, but you decided to give this one a chance. If you expanded your knowledge by reading this book, then I need your help. Please take a moment to leave an honest review for this book. This feedback gives me a better understanding on the kinds of books and topics readers like yourself want to know more about. It also gives my book more visibility to potentially new readers. Leaving a review takes less than 1 minute and is much appreciated. Other titles by Giovanni Ritters. Stock Market Investing, 25 Tips for Beginners. If you enjoyed 50 tips on saving money, you will definitely want to read Stock Market Investing, 25 Tips for Beginners. In this book, we'll delve into the do's and don'ts of investing. This is a must-read if you ever thought about investing. Smart investors create wealth. It's never too early to start your journey towards accumulating wealth. No one wants to work for the rest of their life. I will show you what wealthy people have known for centuries on how not to only create wealth, but also maintain it so you can pass it down. The end.